High quality, strongly supported local schools attract talent. Talent attracts businesses and helps make communities great places to live. Insufficient state supplemental aid is the main reason that school district leaders have been forced to cut millions of dollars from their budget every year. Annual cost increases have not been enough to pay for staff salaries sufficient to compete with the private sector. Employee benefits, all of the other costs of operating schools and meeting student needs. Educators are paying for things out of their own pockets, things that should be covered by the school funding. For example, paper, food, school supplies, books, educational toys, first aid kits, clothing, many other items. Teachers also pay for much of their own education, professional development, while not necessarily getting a meaningful raise over time. School districts across Iowa have thousands of open positions, including paraeducators, substitute teachers, bus drivers, front office staff, nurses, librarians, nutrition staff, maintenance, many other jobs. Districts need more money to attract, hire, and retain more staff and pay more attractive wages. We rank 40th in the increase in per pupil expenditures from 2014 to 2019. Iowa is $1,280 below in per pupil funding. It's below the national average. And according to the National Education Association survey of its members, in January, a staggering 55% of educators are thinking about leaving the profession earlier than they had planned. That represents a significant increase from 37% in August. Increasing public funds for education by 5% to address the lack of resources, contributing to the teacher shortage, while also addressing long-standing concerns about outdated and inadequate supplies, would be very good. Increasing investment in public education will demonstrate that we actually value teaching and learning and that we care about our future workforce crisis, our current workforce crisis and our future jobs that our students will have. You know, teachers teach because they love kids. They don't have any sinister agenda. That's why it's so discouraging when Iowa teachers consider teaching in our state, reconsider teaching in our state for the lack of state support. That lack of state support leaves teachers dealing with large classes, fewer classroom resources, and chronic underpay. I worked in schools. I was a speech pathologist with the AEA. We paid attention to state funding, and you can well imagine teachers and parents are paying attention right now. You can bet many of them are pretty disappointed with the 2.5. I've heard from superintendents, school board members, and parents on this very subject, and I know you have too because I get the emails right along with you. The Republican school funding bill means Iowa public schools will fall farther behind. It means schools can't hire and retain enough teachers. Our teacher support personnel and administrators continue to do an amazing job with the limited resources that they are given, but they can only do so much without additional funding. We owe it to our students, we owe it to our teachers and our staff, and we owe it to the future of our great state to actually fully fund education. I urge a no vote. Thank you.